You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
You can store weapons, armor, and junk in your stash for safekeeping. Oh my god. I cannot tell you what a relief it is to read those words. Confident that they will not be stolen or otherwise disappear. You can access your stash in a number of places throughout the world. Items stored in your stash in one location will be available in other locations as well, if you can find them. Stash locations are always visible on the map. Look for the green chest icon. Useful. Oh. Welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Blah blah blah. You're going to tell me to do something now, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. I have no beard. Hold. Use the Witcher senses. Look for highlighted objects.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Okay, bring juice.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Silver. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Ooh. Extinguish. Oh! Yeah, still do it. Still got it. Yeah. Okay. No, no. Oh. Oh! Sorry.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Your undergarments are black as well. There you go. There's your light again. If we go here. A key. Okay. Open doors. Right. We're looking for Vesemir and Ciri, who are supposed to be training. I see my stash box. Yay!
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. Had her taking notes on ghouls and ghouls. Wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her. Okay. Spider. Click on dialogue option to choose it. So I can click with a mouse?
Don't get mad at her.
Yes, I
Why
can.
the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Can I go straight with the key? Yes.
Better not.
Okay.
Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Yes, definitely. Run the walls.
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Okay.
Maybe if you fall.
Okay, I can't get on the ladder. You're in the way. That's cheating. Okay. Can I get past her?
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps.
Careful, falling from a great height can lead to
Cut it
injury.
out.
Oh. Meh. Whatever. I'm a witcher. Where do I go now? Ladder. Hey! Oi! Where are we going? This way? Oh,
Run into trouble?
No!
Should I turn
I meant
back
to
and
do
help
that.
you?
This... Shut up. I was showing you what you shouldn't do. See? Cheat. Yeah!
I win.
Yeah! Only just.
Your legs
She
are
cheats as
longer.
bad as I do.
I'll show you yet. Just need to grow a bit.
True. I beat a small child. I feel epically heroic now. Can I climb down like she did, or do I just drop? Bump. Big lumbering oak.
Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Yeah. You're in trouble, aren't you? Oh yeah, you're in trouble. Definitely.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
Okay.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Could have said you did the exercise as well. Vesemir was asleep. Yeah, you.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eschol, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Oh, fundamentals. Definitely fundamentals.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Yeah, that's right. Blame it on the kid. Kid needs to practice, so that's why we're doing this.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Okay, witches must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witches need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords. One steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Witches have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witches are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger, faster foes. Okay, I'm trying to draw it. Okay. Oh, and I'm doing it mid-jump. Press to select or deselect a target. Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got.
Okay.
Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork.
Dodge.
Remember.
Dodged. Dodge in.
Damn it.
You cannot do that now. To roll out of the way, choose the direction and... Okay. I've rolled. There's a roll.
Parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to parry? Like a stupid dummy.
Pretend now,
Exactly.
live later.
Pretend now, live later.
Riposte.
Riposte.
Counter-strike.
Okay. Just do the block just before the attack.
Jugular.
Oh, ow! Oh, dude, really am sorry. That was very uncalled for.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Quen.
Protective shield, like it.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the witch's shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Okay. Ken protects me against damage. Oh, I'm supposed to hit him. Yeah?
Cast Igni, Geralt.
Cast
I want to see sparks fly.
Igni. Igni.
If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now.
Yeah.
All right, Geralt, come on.
Come on, what? Oh, have I got to do Quen now?
Damn it.
Oh. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait.
Tomfoolery, enough.
It says open the menu. To do what? Select art. Okay. Thank you. I've already...
See that, Ciri? Art will knock anyone or anything off balance. Damn it. Time for Axie. Damn it.
Axie.
I hate this feeling.
That one.
Axie can really muddle your mind.
Okay.
Erden now. Show her, Geralt.
Erden, the magic trap.
Quick and painful. See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
So he's now slow in there.
Throw
He's-
a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow.
Throw a bomb. Stand in the spot indicated.
Come on!
Okay. Hold 2 and aim one of the targets. Combat tutorial is over now. If you want to continue, you can train with Vesemir. Stop training, simply sheathe your sword. Now let's continue a little bit.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at
Oh.
will.
I'm trying to dodge, you cheating old man. Oh, did we just both ard each other at the same time? Oh, oh, nasty old man, nasty old man, nasty old man. Okay, okay.
Too old for this shit.
Have a bomb. Okay. Ooh, sneaky. God, this guy's remarkably good. So that's Erden. That's Ignite. Fire on him. Quen. Now, for Quen, do I hold... He was holding it up like... He was holding it up like he could hold a bubble. I can't hold a bubble. Okay, probably because he's much better at it than I am.
Mistake.
You see, the little symbol above his head probably indicates that he's a million times tougher than I am, right? Yeah, I think that symbol means mess with Vesemir and you die. Okay. Okay, the roll is not as fast as I thought it would be.
This'll be quick and painful.
Okay, okay. Strong attack. Okay. Stop training. Sheathe your weapon by pressing C. Done it. Okay, done it. She's showing off.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
Blood?
What the? Vesemir.
Adriana will take this, and then White Wolf.
No! You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
Okay, then we trained with Ciri.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Ciri in my dreams might mean she's in danger. Everyone's in danger. Always. Everywhere.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Okay.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
There's a notice on the tree.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Oh, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. We used it as a bed once. Did we?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Okay. Alright. Life on the continent and the Skellig Orioles is nasty, brutish and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating you should fight them with a silver sword. Okay. Oh, we got multiple, Oh, they're around me, Oh! Okay. Another one. Okay. Oh, I don't have any... Why did my sign not work? Did my sign automatically change? Why did my sign change from Igni? Okay. Oh, I'm nearly dead. 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 Vitality regeneration. Got him dead. Got him dead. Oh, God. He's almost got me dead, too. Okay. He's dead. How you doing, Destiny? Stop with the shield and start killing it. Okay. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you're not engaged. Okay, so if I get that up to 3, I can do...
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow.
You can regenerate vitality...
before any more show up.
Okay, you can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking or meditating for at least 1 hour. Meditation does not regenerate vitality. Food and drink can be placed in your consumables. Okay, so I need to... Oh, meditation, resting. Show how long you'll rest. Well, we're not going to do that now because it doesn't do anything anyway. First things, let's loot. Oh, no.
Bird skull in black crystal.
Oh, that's the bird
Why
scroll.
do I think this is Yen's?
Right, I was going to say, I was going to remember to look for this because we saw it here while I was asleep up there. Don't we have other bodies? Nothing else to... That's fire. We got something else to loot here. Global. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Let's have a look. Right. Okay, so there's my map. Horse. Roach. Geralt gives every horse he owns the same name. Roach. White myrtle. Okay. I like the fact that my Witcher senses are so acute now. I can smell... Wait, just seriously, old man. Could you hang on? My Witcher senses are so acute I can smell the bushes now. Which seems reasonable. What else did we have? An inventory. Here are your currently equipped items. Here are the other items. Yeah. Tabs. Statistics. To equip an item, double click it. Or, right, okay. 22 to 26 damage. Plus 25 armor piercing. That's for my... Okay. 81 to 99 damage. Right. 97% repair. That's something I should keep my eyes on. Care more on armor. That does make me... Why don't I have lots of nice armor from... Don't I have better armor than this? Come on. Yennefer's letter. Dear friend, forgive me for not asking about your health or how you have been these last years. Time is very short. I have important news. We must meet, and soon. Ride to Willoughby near Vizima and don't spare the horses. While I do eagerly await your reunion, I won't be able to wait, eagerly or otherwise, very long. Your dear friend Yennefer. P.S. I still have the unicorn. Right, so... We have got lots of crafting stuff. Alchemy. Other quest items. Crystal Skull. Relic. Tawny Owl. Accelerates stamina regeneration. Liking that. I can put that into... It's going to be consumables, isn't it? I've got... What was that? That's water regenerates vitality. I'm going to need vitality. Okay, and torch. Nice. Quick sort items. F, sort items by... Oh, alright then. Okay, so... Okay, that's vaguely useful. And... bread for vitality. That is what I need. And my potion for Tawny Owl to regenerate. I believe that's stamina. Okay, I need lots more bread, actually. I'm probably going to eat all my bread just to get my vitality back. So that's what I need. I need to keep finding food for vitality. I believe I've just... No, okay. It's auto-equipped water. Is it auto-equipped water? It has. Now you can use this potion during gameplay. Yeah, got that. But... Alright. Banana. What? When did I get a banana? When did I get a banana and a sweet bun? Oh, okay. No. When did I get a banana and a sweet bun? It's auto-filling food into that slot. That is bloody useful. That is insanely useful. Sweet bun. Okay. And it said Mount Roche. Okay. Witchers spend most of their time on the road in search of the next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse Roach to help him travel. You have Roach come to you? Yes, okay.
Whoa
Okay.
there, Roach.
Let's try that. Yep. Okay, horse call. That one. Left shift while moving to canter. Yeah. And
Ever
you can...
tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe
Slow
something.
down. Whoa.
It's what keeps us going.
It auto follows the road if I take my fingers off the arrow keys, which is really nice. What are you pausing for? I'm following you, mate.
We going? Help me! Help!
Okay. Okay, it can actually carry an entire horse.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Nice
Provided
hairdo.
you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Cats, basically, then.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
We could do with the money, I suppose, but he doesn't exactly look like he has tons of stuff, does he? No, fine.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They
We'd
also
rather get
say
paid.
mice are born of rotting straw.
We'd
Back
rather
to the
get
trail.
paid, but you know.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Oh, maybe you can help. Yes, a woman.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're heading off to an inn. A new entry has been added to the bestiary. Press backspace to open and read it. Yeah, won't it? Okay, so my space to continue. Yeah, thank you. Could you? Griffins! Half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest, except this'n was carrying me dead cow instead of a scepter. Griffin attacked witness, name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns where folk with the means to hire a witcher are like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests, known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch griffins. They're vulnerable against grape shot bombs and hybrid oil, and you can stun them with art. Very nice indeed. Why is there a star in it? Does that mean new? Ghouls. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap they'd eat you too, chop you up for ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Ghouls and graviers are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like man, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Okay. Oh, wrong. So that's my bestiary. I also have, yes I do, a glossary of characters. Cyrilla. Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short, that she was born in 1251, that she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, and that's the Cyrilla I know best, the one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago, the one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. Okay, is this Dandelion? Am I now reading Dandelion's writings? For Cyrilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the Lady of Time and Space. Her hair colour and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you that she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen, where she came into his care. There he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Dandelion! to sketch a few lines by way of self-portrait for the sake of thoroughness, and in the event you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxford Academy, a frequent performer at royal courts, an unequalled lover, appreciated and in some cases adored by ladies worldwide, a skilled negotiator and a stirring orator. Such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. I know he wrote this himself. This image is of course somewhat overbright in its colouring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist in thrall of his muse, one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I was, am and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicle in this present work, and his story which I shall sing till the end of my days. Why is that still selected? Okay. Eschol. Eschol and Geralt. The similarities are practically striking. They first met as two boys of the same age, swinging wooden swords at Kaer Morhen. They went through through an ordeal together, the first round of selections, the murderous changes, the trial of grasses, and training on the gauntlet, the Witcher's daunting obstacle course. They also received hidings together for more than one act of childish delinquency. When they became adults, they walked the path separately, but still reconvened at Kaer Morhen nearly every winter to wait out the cold, drink to their successes, and remember fallen comrades. Though Eschol never gained Geralt's renown, he equalled the White Wolf in experience and carried out his contracts with care and efficiency. Death had almost taken him many times during his hunts, yet an ironic twist, the hideous scar on his face, came not from a monster's claw, but from the blade of Deirdre Edamin, his highly unpredictable, unexpected child. Deirdre Edamin. Okay. Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion, have shared all these years. When we first began breaking bread together, Spiteful Tongue said he'd be better off cutting my throat and dumping my body in a hollow tree, before I provoked someone else into doing the same to us both. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy, for Geralt was my dearest friend, a fact for which he gave ample evidence on numerous occasions. I could say a great deal about that world-famous monster hunter, the man known in elder speech as Gwynblade, or in our younger yet no less noble tongue as the White Wolf. For Geralt of Rivia is a truly exceptional individual. A brief encounter might tempt one to label him as a mere swinger of swords, a simple monster catcher, a rough-and-tumble practitioner of a dirty trade. But peer closer and you will soon discover he is a man of unplumbed depths, unique views and vast world-spanning experience. On the surface he is introverted, tight-lipped, one might even say gruff, but underneath lies an overflowing sea of goodwill, good humour, and an honest readiness to help his friends, be it with a bit of sound advice or the masterful application of his blade. Setting aside cumbersome false modesty, I can say that I know his story better than any man alive. I was with him through hard times and good, helping with wise advice, warm words, and razor wit. As a result, I am a vital part of his story. True, both in its earlier and present portions. It is thus my duty to continue my chronicle and for the benefit of future generations put in writing the next chapter of his deeds and exploits. Lambert, the youngest among the witches of Kaer Morhen, and perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. By the start of our tale, Lambert has proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet he had also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humour, and his gruff, at times excessive blunt manner could irritate even his fellow witches of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. Vesemir. Vesemir was the oldest living member of the Wolf School, and most likely the oldest witcher of any school on the continent. About as long in years as the ruins of Kaer Morhen themselves, and though eternally complaining about his creaky bones, this master of the witcher trade gave no thought to a well-deserved retirement. Grey but still spry, he continued to ply the monster hunting trade into his golden years, effectively too, as he'd seen more beasts than all his students put together. A harsh and demanding instructor in Geralt's youth, over the years he had become something of an adoptive father and mentor to the other witchers, always ready to help with sage advice and steady hands. In the spring of 1272, when our story begins, Vesemir had joined Geralt on his search for Yennefer, trekking with him through the war-ravaged Temeria. And lastly, Yennefer of Venderberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure, involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that entwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups. Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. Their moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt, which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory whilst doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. Yes, well, I did save her, did I not? I saved her, freed her, and essentially took her place. So, and she'd lost her memory. I believe that's everything. Anything to look for in this area? I really would like to find my stash, because I'm hoping my stash... Horses, roads. When on the road, left shift without steering to automatically follow its path. Yeah, okay. I really would like to find...
So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountain, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Okay. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft, and also won't look kindly on your costing others. Notice boards! Notice boards! And where there are notice boards, there will be stashes!
Come on now.